Well, that was frustrating to watch. What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Chelsea at Watford. Let me tell you why I find it frustrating. Guus Hiddink does not have the want or desire that I want him to go on and win games. Just look at the team he sent out today. Same exact thing that he sent out against Arsenal. Doing it against Arsenal at the Emirates, that makes sense. You want to set up a bit more defensively. Doing it against Watford. And the other problem I'm having is that Mikel is getting way too much trust right now. I get that he had a really good game against Crystal Palace. I thought he did too. I really enjoyed it, but he's back to... seriously, watch the game. Watch him the whole game and time how much he stands or walks. He was literally a spectator for most of this game. And it's frustrating to see because I want somebody who is willing to put themselves on the line, go all out to try to win the game, and he's not doing it. He's just walking around. Oh, he pass. Oh, I'll stick a foot out. Oh, I missed it. It's ridiculous. And then on top of that, on top of having Mikel out there, doesn't even make a sub until the 72nd minute. We've been waiting for like 15 minutes. Actually, I'd been waiting since halftime for a sub to happen because I thought at halftime get Mikel off, put Hazard on, Matic Fabregas, Hazard, Oscar, Willian. That's what I want out there. No, he waits until the 72nd minute. So not really enough time for Hazard to really get going. Because, Hazard takes like 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to really get into the pace of the game, like if he starts. Then, instead of Mikel, no, it's Matic. The one of the two defensive midfielders that's actually defending pretty well today, we're going to take him off. You're an idiot. You're an idiot, Guus. You are a freaking moron. How can you watch Mikel play and say, oh yeah, he's doing good today? It's like watching little kids play. Like the pre-K kids. They're running out there and a kid kicks a ball out of bounds. Just kicks it out of bounds. Oh, that was good. That was so close. You're doing good. Just keep going, kiddo, okay? Just do good. This is professional freaking football. You're one of the top clubs in the world. Mistakes, missed passes, walking, standing, poor defending. That shouldn't happen. That's stuff that happens in youth level soccer. I don't know what... Football. I'm sorry. So some people are going to hate me for calling it football. Some people are going to hate me if I call it soccer. So either way, I'm going to get hate. But you see behind me, Chelsea Football Club. So it's football. But I just don't understand, what's the thinking for why he's still out there throughout the entire game? It doesn't make any sense. On top of that, all the other frustration I'm having, one sub, the whole game. One sub. There's nothing I can... Make substitutions. You've got so many subs on the bench that you could use. One of the things that I was really excited about when Guus took over, one, Mourinho, not enough faith in his youth players. Never played them. Talked about playing them at the beginning of the year, never played them. Guus came in, I'm like, okay, so maybe he'll play some youth players, give a few of them a chance. There are a couple of them that deserve to be in the to start a few games. Just start them, give the main players a break. He came in and it sounded like that's what he was gonna do, It sounded like he really saw the potential. I'm just like, yes, please, let's see this. I don't know what happened. He even talked about, oh, I have a plan for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I have a plan for him. And talking about all this, I'm just like, what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over your actions. Like I hear your words, but your actions are just like so loud right now. I can't hear what you're saying anymore. It's ridiculous. He talked about it so much. He talked about like it was going to be this big thing, the big change coming in. We're going to start trusting our youth. No. Played Loftus Cheek, against MK Dons, and then played Traore. But when's the last time that any of these youth players played in the Premier League? I think Kennedy came on as a sub one game. Yay. One game since you've taken over. I hear all of this stuff that he talks about doing. I hear all of it, and I'm not seeing any of it. One of the things that I talked about in not my last review, maybe it was. I can't remember which game it was that I was talking about this, but I had heard that he was talking about bringing Charlie Musonda onto the bench. 18-year-old center mid, heard some good things about him. Heard he's been playing really well at the youth level, and I hear that he's going to bring him onto the bench for the Arsenal game. He wasn't. So what I'm gathering from all of this, and what I'm trying to portray here, is that we need a manager who's going to do what he says. We need a manager who's going to take some risks, maybe make a few mistakes, but at least he's taking risks, trying to do something different to try to win games. I would much rather see us go all out trying to win and end up accidentally giving up a goal than watching the crap that I just saw and get a tie. Because that was just, it was completely awful and nothing was being changed to try to fix it. And I'm really frustrated with it. Like, I'm really frustrated that he's not doing anything to change it. And not that he doesn't want to win games, but it doesn't look like it. Like, you can tell whenever somebody, playing like a FIFA, playing manager mode or playing football manager, you manage a team. If you're losing or if you're tied and you need to win, you start making changes. You start doing something different. You start throwing some people on, putting fresh legs on near the end to try to get that final goal. That doesn't happen with Guus. I don't think he's made 3 subs once in any Premier League game. He did against MK Dons, but in the Premier League games, it's like he makes 2 subs. Today, he only made 1. That's not good enough. It's not good enough. Everton won today. They were a point ahead of us. Now they're 3 points ahead of us. I didn't even bother to check the table because I knew I'd be pissed off. But I'm pretty sure that the team below us won, which means now they're ahead of us. Hang on. West Brom. I can't remember if they won or not. West Brom was tied with us. They were below us on goal difference. If they won, which I can't remember if they did now or not, now they're ahead of us. Now we're back down in 14th instead of 13th, almost at 12th. Ties like this are ridiculous because we should win, but we don't. And that's what's really frustrating. All the games that we should be winning right now, we're tying. And the games that we probably shouldn't win, we win. Arsenal, I thought we were going to lose that game. We won 1-0. Crystal Palace, looking back now, that's when their form really dipped, like started dipping. But going into that game, I was like, they beat us at home. They're going to beat us at their place too. We went and crushed them. The rest of the games, West Brom, should have beat them. We were at home, we tied. Watford, at home, we tied. Man U, we tied. Watford now, away, we tied. There was one other game that we should have won. I can't remember who it was now. Everton. We tied that game too. Although, to be fair, I thought we were going to lose that one. But either way, we're still tying too much. Sunderland win, and then tie. Crystal Palace win, tie. Arsenal win, tie, probably going to tie the next game too. If the pattern continues. And this pattern cannot continue because we're never going to get anywhere. We're going to just stay mid-table for the rest of the season. I'd prefer to be top half of the table. At this point, obviously Champions League is kind of a lot of stuff would have to happen. A miracle every game would have to happen from here on out. So it's kind of a foregone conclusion that we're not going to be in the top 4 this season. But let's at least get top of the half of the table. Like, let's get that to be our goal. Because that should be a realistic goal, especially how tight the table is right now. We string together 3 wins in a row, we have a chance to be top half of the table. But we're not playing well enough, we're not pushing hard enough to get a win to be able to win 3 times in a row. And that's frustrating to see. And so I want there to be some changes. I want to see Guus decide, hey, things aren't going well enough right now. Let's make a few changes here. But no, he doesn't see it either. I kept talking every game that Mourinho was in charge this season that I was reviewing. I kept talking about these problems, and game after game, the problem would not get fixed. The same thing's happening under Guus. I'm watching these games. I'm seeing Mikel get worse and worse. Let's just keep playing Mikel. Just keep putting him out there. Oh, we need to make a sub? Let's take off Matic. Leave Mikel. He'll play his way out. No, just get him off the field. He doesn't belong out there. You can tell by the way he plays. Every time he gets the ball when we're on the attack's over. Like, you can pretty much just count the attack to be over. Because Mikel's either going to take forever to get the ball to the next person, which means now Watford have set themselves, or he'll give it away. And then defensively, doesn't track his man, stabs in too much, and oftentimes is on his heels, so he doesn't react quickly enough to get the ball. He's just a useless player, and it's almost like we're playing a man down every time he's out there. I know that sounds really harsh, but I'm so sick of seeing him out there game after game just doing nothing, costing us a position on the field. So chances of anything changing, not likely. You know, Guus has already proven that he's just as stubborn as Mourinho when it comes to changing stuff. Doesn't want to make any changes, just wants to keep everything the same, and that's disappointing. On the bright side, there were good moments. I thought everybody, aside from Mikel, played average today, with the exception of Oscar and Willian. I thought they had a really good game. And it really disappointed me not to see Hazard out there at the beginning, because if he had been out there with those two, the creative powers would have just gotten a couple goals in the first half, no problem. But since it was only Oscar and Willian, they can't do it on their own, you know, and especially if they're on other sides of the field, like they can't combine there. Fabregas again playing out of position, and it's getting to the point where every time that Guus puts him in center attacking mid, he ends up drawing back to where now you've only got 3 players forward, because your center attacking mid, who should be playing center defensive mid and sending the ball over top like he's been doing amazingly for the past several games. But let's just keep putting him up there because I am Guus Hiddink, and I make the decisions around here. That's pretty much it. Defensively, Ivanovic is still bleh. The other 3 did okay. I've got nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. Now, moving forward, though, do want to talk about this. One, the John Terry situation. He said that he's leaving the club at the end of the season. I heard that it was kind of a misunderstanding type thing, like the powers that be at Chelsea weren't going to offer him a new contract while an interim manager was in place. They wanted to wait till they actually got a new manager, and then John Terry was just like, I'm leaving at the end of the year. That could just be to kind of force the issue, or it could be for real. In my opinion, yeah, he's kind of getting to that age where, you know, he's not able to physically do it as well anymore. But I feel like we still need him at the club just because he is such a... Like, losing Czech this season. yeah, Courtois is probably the better keeper, but Czech just had such a like aura, not aura. Um, like he's just a commanding leader at the club. Um, like having Drogba there last year really helped. You could tell that he was kind of a leader there. Um, so I really hope he stays for that reason. Uh, but we'll see what happens. And that's about it as far as club news. Uh, did want to talk really fast about why it why it looks like this. You know, why it's smaller, why it's better quality. Get out of the way. This is actually on my phone. I hope that I can load it from here onto YouTube. Um, if not, then I'm reshooting this on my laptop. I really hope I can load it. But yeah, this is on my phone, so it looks a bit better. But it's I hope everything still goes well with loading the videos. Um, but you know, it, I may do it like this from now on. We'll see. I do like the quality a lot better here. But anyway, so that's why it looks like this. But that's about it. So let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this game. Do you agree? Was it a poor performance, or are you just happy to get a point? And if you're happy to get a point, get out. Leave forever. Not you. Leave. We should not be happy with a point. Anyway, so I'll see you guys at the next game. Peace out.